stuff between Newbury, between Market Rasen, and of course a few other races at the Curragh. We're going to start with the Irish Oaks. We're going to get there, but first of all, I'll say hello to Charlie Poste. Welcome back to you, Charlie. How are you?
I'm good, Tom, mate. Yeah, looking for back, but nice to be back amongst the fold. Yeah, looking forward to this weekend's racing.
Charlie's been headbutted by a horse. Those of you watching can see, but if you're only listening, you're missing out. I'll be honest. He's looking pretty tough at the moment. Adele Mulrennan's back. It's been a while. We've missed you. How are you?
I'm really well. I've just been so busy, and I've got a week off this week, so nothing to do with Dan. DC have messaged me and said, was I available Friday or Thursday? So Friday I ride out and available tomorrow. So I'm back on board.
This is Dan Hussey, our esteemed producer, who's taken a week off this week, and it's just coincidence that Adele's back.
This is the one with the charm. This is the one with the charm, you see.
It's the Cork charm that DC possesses. A reminder to like and subscribe. That's across all of our podcasts. It means that they're on your doorstep, makes it easier to digest each and every podcast that goes up there. It's well worth doing. Something new to Matchbook as well is forecasts. You can now bet on forecasts on the Matchbook site. We've got more markets for all UK and Irish racing. So forecast is your thing. And in some races, it's definitely well worth taking advantage of, particularly when you've got a shorty in there, or maybe you like to do it with the bigger prices. Matchbook now offers that. So well worth taking advantage of. Okay, let's get stuck into the race previews. And where better to start than with the Juddmonte Irish Oaks. 1.5 miles, 3:45 at the Curragh. And Save the Last Dance, unsurprisingly, is a warm order at the top of that betting. We're assuming that she's going to be the man of Ryan Moore. Well, I haven't got it in front of me at this stage, but I think that's going to be the case. And she is currently a 2.2 shot. Warm Heart is 4.33. Blue Stocking 7.5. Lumiere Rock 11.0. Bigger prices the rest. Adele, you can kick us off with this. Where are you looking and why?
Save the Last Dance. I mean, I think she did really well at the Epsom Oaks, considering the ground was probably on the quick side for her. And I think it did definitely show. She rolled around a little bit. It looked like she didn't completely 100% let herself down. And considering a best form at Chester, was on very, very soft ground. And then she won a maiden on heavy. So I think it's safe to say that although they thought she would handle better ground, it was probably too quick for her. I think she'd be fine on good, and then obviously anything slower is a bonus. So I presume in Ireland it's about the same as what it's been over here lately, and done nothing but rain. So I presume it'll be slow. I think it's soft already now, is it? And I think the Curragh will really suit her. I think a nice galloping track will suit her really well. So hopefully see her get back to like her Chester win when she looked really impressive. Albeit I know the race fell apart because of the ground, but I think the fact that she ran so well at Epsom on ground that was far too firm for her, I still think proves that she's very tough filly.
Yeah, and I took on incorrectly the Epsom winner because I wasn't blown away by her win at York in the Musadora, which I should have been. But it meant I think it was in large part because I was so blown away with what Save the Last Dance had done at Chester, and I wasn't willing to desert her. And I probably should have kept more of an open mind, but I was still really impressed with what she did at Epsom Save the Last Dance. She was comfortably second best, I thought, on the day, and I think she'll win this. Her chief market rival, Warm Heart, again, I've not personally been too excited by. I think she's got to go some way to match what Save the Last Dance did at Chester and what she did in the Oaks as well. So I thought anything bigger than even money, Save the Last Dance, I'll be having a little single on with her and putting her in a few multiples as well, which tends to be how I do it. So Save the Last Dance for me, not one to smash into as such, but I think she'll take all the beating. There's still a bit of value there. But you are with the market rival, the main market rival, Charlie and Stable Companion.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I can hear all those cases for Save the Last Dance, and I, like you, Tom, was very much with her in the Oaks. I mean, you are sort of banking on the fact that it's just purely ground related that she got beat in the Oaks. I mean, maybe there's every reason to believe she got beat by a better filly. The race hasn't worked out that well, for all that John Gosden's filly ran very well in France last week. But I think this Warm Heart just kind of flies under the radar a little bit. You know, she's out of a sprinter, so there were question marks about whether she would relish the 1.5 trip, and she seemed to do that at Ascot. I thought she hit the line very strong. She seems very straightforward. I think she has got a little bit of form on slower ground as well earlier on in this season. So I'm just going to take her to continue that progressive curve and just come into this race with fewer questions to answer maybe than the favourite, for all that I don't think there's a whole heap between them. Maybe it's one for the Matchbook forecast.
There you go. So you, yeah. If go on, Adele, if you're going to find me something to finish second to Save the Last Dance, who is it?
Probably would be One Heart that Charlie's already mentioned. Again, I think she's probably just going under the radar a little bit, and she does look really quite straightforward. And Charlie's absolutely 100% right about the form from the Epsom Oaks. I think 6 of the 9 fillies have ran and not really held up the form at all. So that is the only negative I have with her, is the form with it.
Okay, I'm going to give you Be Happy, who I was quite taken by some of the comments from Aidan coming into the Oaks, and then she knocked herself in the box, I think, over at the stables, and well, she did, and so she couldn't run on the day. She was a bit lame, so we haven't seen her since. But she's just one of those that isn't at the forefront of our minds. But I didn't mind her form previously. I thought she ran well at Lingfield. For all, the form hasn't exactly worked out, with Eternal Hope disappointing. But I think should be worth a go in the forecast anyway. She's currently 17.0, so I'll have a little forecast with her, Save the Last Dance, to beat Be Happy. All right, Irish Oaks, anything to add? Done?
Nope, done.
Good. Move on. We are going back to Newbury and to the